Greetings, my good bitches. The name's Francis, Coke Francis. I'm an editor, comedy writer, drag artist, and I'm here because I actually wore this outfit to co-host an award show a couple months ago, and I'll be damned if that's the last time I ever wear it. Fucking penguins in Antarctica know who Gordon Ramsay is, so obviously I don't need to introduce him to you. I also probably don't have to introduce Kitchen Nightmares to you, given the weird cult following it's attained in recent years. So much, in fact, that the show has just made its grand return to Fox after nearly a decade with its 8th season. A lot has changed since the 7th season of Kitchen Nightmares all the way back in 2014. Elon Musk bought Twitter. Kanye West ran for president. A bunch of other stuff, but mostly those two things. During that time period, the other classic Gordon shows stayed put, like MasterChef and Hell's Kitchen, the latter of which is one of my favorite shows to hate watch with my partner, who has like a chaotic, evil Gordon Ramsay that lives in his head. He rides a Segway, apparently. We're actually both so obsessed with Gordon fucking Ramsay that one time I coordinated a surprise trip to Vegas to take him to the Hell's Kitchen restaurant that had just opened in Caesar's Palace, which he did not know about the existence of and nearly shat his pants. I'm just an awesome guy. What I'm trying to say is that what Gordon says goes in this household.
Dry chicken. The salad looks hideous.
Hideous. Gordon also starred in a number of other shows in the same vein as Kitchen Nightmares, each with a weird gimmick. There was Hotel Hell, a show where he did exactly what he did on Kitchen Nightmares, except with hotels. Because in addition to being a world-class chef and apparently licensed marriage and family therapist, Gordon is also an expert in boutique hotels.
I like some of the
Gordon's shows.
What the fuck does she know about
Hotels.
He also did 24 Hours to Hell and Back, which I think was his way of saying, listen guys, I'm really busy right now, but I know what you fucking people want. And then there was Next Level Chef, where Fox was like, you know what we need? Another competitive cooking show, but this time it takes place in the universe of Persona 3. Oh, and my personal favorite that I haven't even actually watched yet, Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. But at the end of the day, that wasn't what the people wanted. We wanted a return to his roots, where his whole cult of personality really grew and influenced our psyches. And thanks to some Gen Zer who apparently runs the Kitchen Nightmares YouTube channel, I don't know, maybe it's like one of his kids or something? Kitchen Nightmares has officially been brought back into the cultural zeitgeist, and we will finally be getting a brand new season after watching compilations for 10 years and quoting them incessantly. I couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier. Which leads me to my next question. Is Gordon Ramsay, like, okay? But before we get into exactly what I mean, if you are a fan of watching a very tired drag queen talk about nerd shit forever, I ask that you please slap together the worst grilled cheese you've ever made. And I mean the worst grilled cheese you've ever seen in your life. When everyone around you is like, what the hell, man? I thought you knew how to do this. Shut them up quickly by going ahead and unzipping your pants and dick slapping those like and subscribe buttons as hard as you can. Special thanks to the Kitchen Nightmares and Gordon Ramsay subreddits for helping me compile evidence to support my claim. So what do I mean when I ask the question, is Gordon Ramsay okay? Short answer, yes, he's okay. I think social media has broken him to a degree. He's fine, I think. But social media has broken us too. Here's what happened on our end. Gordon is no longer just that hot-headed British chef who hates French people unabashedly to a hilarious degree. Social media has allowed us to look into his private life, which actually confirmed a lot of our suspicions. The angry personality we see on TV, especially in Hell's Kitchen, is really all just an act. In reality, he's got a wife, he's got kids, he's got an alcoholic brother that makes him really sympathetic to people with addiction issues. And according to many people's testimonies, he's actually a pretty nice guy. But But now that we know who he is, that facade has been cracked a bit. He knows it, and we all know it. And even though the show is still on the air, he definitely could not get away with saying some of the 2000s ass shit he said on Hell's Kitchen back in the day.
Fuck off and go and put some more makeup on. Give me 9 fucking chops, you stupid thick bitch.
Have you got enough in there?
Right. Don't whistle at me. I'm not your fucking dog, yeah? You look more like a dog than I do.
But Gordon is still a successful chef, a businessman, a celebrity, a personality. People still have expectations of him that he's going to feel obligated to uphold, right? So with this decades-long facade finally being cracked, where is he to go? Where everyone else goes, obviously. To TikTok. Now, there's a huge lane of talks dedicated to roasting what can really only be described as, dumb food. Sometimes it's just content straight from the Caucasity cookbook. Other times it's intentionally fake, which at the end of the day is just an infuriating amount of wasted food. So after roasting people's food on Twitter for a number of years, now that the Dumb Bird app is finally in the fucking dumpster, Gordon's moved on to 2023's prime social media platform where he can watch these catastrophes be made in real time. And not all of them are. Like this one where a guy actually makes a whole ass filet mignon in his dorm room? Gordon is rightfully impressed here. If he wasn't, he'd be an asshole. Meanwhile, when I was a freshman in college, I walked to the nearest liquor store where I had also bought a small hookah and got some Tabasco to put in my top ramen, and that was the most gourmet shit I had had in an entire year. And then there are others that just absolutely clearly broke him. Imagine doing Kitchen Nightmares for more than 7 seasons in both the States and the UK. He's seeing things no human should ever have to see. He's dealing with humans no human should ever have to deal with. He's touching things someone should never touch. And I mean, really touching these things. Oh my god, dude, I don't care how much Fox is paying you, but I'll be damned if it isn't great television. Fun fact, for every restaurant Gordon saves, he earns another wrinkle in his forehead. Anyway, imagine doing that for years and thinking you've seen everything. But keep in mind, that was just the stuff Fox allowed us to see. On TikTok and the internet in general, anyone can broadcast their disgusting selves anytime, anywhere. So as awful as the stuff he saw on Kitchen Nightmares was, apparently none of that could compare to this video of an avocado being deep fried with burrata cheese in the middle. And hey, I get it. This video set off my fight or flight response. But this was just one of the many Kitchen Nightmare talks that made Gordon break down laughing like at the end of Death Note. It was here where he wished the fun stopped at moldy lamb bones. As a celebrity chef whose whole persona is built off of verbally whipping food into perfection, seeing this kind of content en masse has got to change you. Which leads me to this video of Gordon trying to make a grilled cheese. Emphasis on trying. Now, some of you may have already seen this video. I know I'm not the first YouTuber to talk about it, but this shook me to my core.
A Romano with pepperberry
What the fuck is a pepperberry?
and Asiago.
Ah yes, Romano and Asiago, the 2 cheeses to be consumed solely in grated form on pasta.
I'm gonna just cut nice big long slices.
Alright, that's pretty thick, but it'll melt down, I guess.
Again, cover it with butter.
Why is he talking about this so sexually?
And the secret behind this grilled cheese is a little bit of kimchi.
Kimchi? Good god. Jesus, this guy must think he's Gordon Ramsay or something.
Fold that over, and then from there, push that down.
Okay, so I haven't even gotten over him not melting it before putting it together, and now he's throwing it into a fireplace. White people have to be stopped.
Start putting some weight on there.
God, my TMJ hurts just looking at this. It's not even sticking. He put the spatula on the ground. Dude.
Push down, and that helps to get the cheese nicely melted.
No, what helps to get the cheese melted is to fucking melt it before you put it together.
Yeah, how crispy that is.
It's not crispy. The bread sounds exactly how it did when you first sliced it.
Beautiful. Look at that.
He's blowing on it because he's running out of ways to sell it.
It almost makes me feel like I want to move to Tasmania.
Is this a Tasmanian thing? Like, I know he's filming this there, but are they the ones that came up with that abomination? I thought that was you? So like, we all know Gordon is an actor. He has to be. That's why his screen persona is so much different from how he is in real life, allegedly. But here in this video, he's not yelling, he's not calling anybody names, he's just thinking he's making a grilled cheese. But is he still acting here? He has to know this is bad, right? Is he just doubling down because he knows he's on camera? But then why would he allow this to be filmed and edited and uploaded to the internet publicly? Was this intentional and he's just trolling us? Is he okay? Now, the internet rightly roasted him for this, and again, I am not the first one to talk about this crime against sandwiches, which leads me to this video he posted on TikTok.
I'd like to redeem myself and give you a grilled cheese like no other. But this time I have an oven that is slightly more powerful. Here we go. Now this is how you do a grilled cheese.
Shooketh to my core I am. Guys, I'm starting to think that the chaotic evil Gordon Ramsay that lives in my partner's head is real. All these years of me dismissing his theories on Gordon's life and psyche is coming back to haunt me. Does Gordon also ride around on a Segway like he had proposed? Not that I could find, but he does ride around on this, which is the next best thing. Clearly, the man spends enough time on the internet to know that he has truly become one of the memes of all time. More than any other celebrity chef out there. More than Guy Fieri even. Listen, you can only make so many jokes about the frosted tips and the buying the one-way ticket to Flavortown. Gordon has become not just the most memed chef, just one of the most memed people in general. He was already super famous, which changes you in and of itself, but becoming a meme is a different level of fame. His on-screen persona can't just be that hot-headed British chef anymore. In the age of social media, Gordon is a meme, and following the patterns of the rest of his career, he is going to act accordingly. Don't you see, good bitches? After all these years of us creating idiot sandwich memes, Gordon has gone on to create the real idiot sandwich himself, and it goes beyond that. Gordon is now actually hosting an idiot sandwich competition.
Are you an idiot sandwich? If so, can you prove it to me live? If you're at least 18 years old, live in or near Nevada, and you think you have an idiot sandwich worthy of being judged by me, then I can't wait to hear from you from my brand new show, Idiot Sandwich. You don't have to be a chef to apply. You just need to have an amazing sandwich recipe and a big personality to become an idiot sandwich.
So, if you're in Nevada and you'd like to investigate what's going on in Gordon's head lately, please keep me posted. But still, you have to respect the fact that this is, in a way, his way of evolving and reinventing himself and staying relevant. Being the same person forever is so boring, and social media changed him just the way that it changed all of us. So if the people decide that he's a meme, then god damn it, he'll be a meme and make a shitload of money off it. Love that for him. Which brings me to his most alarming decision that you may have already heard about by now. It's not trolling, it's not a joke, it's really real. Gordon has attained ultimate irony by releasing his own line of frozen dinners. After all these years of him being like, excuse me, is this ice fresh? No, sorry, it's frozen. Oh, fuck me. As someone on the subreddit already pointed out, this has the same energy as Gusteau's frozen meals in Ratatouille. The only difference is that Gusteau was, you know, dead. Now, to be fair, there is a difference between these frozen dinners and serving frozen food in restaurants. One of these you can grab off a shelf at Vaughn's on a Tuesday morning while you're wearing your pajama jeans, which, by the way, I treated unfairly for a number of years. I'm sorry, they're the greatest fucking invention ever made now that I'm pushing 30. The other is priced at top dollar in restaurants where you go out in hopefully not pajama jeans and put down your credit card for a waiter to pick up, like a grown-up. But the timing of releasing these frozen dinners just seems odd when you consider that it's right before the premiere of the new Kitchen Nightmares. You know, the show that became a meme because of how much Gordon would yell at people for using frozen food. I just wonder how many times he'll have to make the justification that I just made. One hilariously glaring issue is the fact that his shepherd's pie meal is made with beef instead of lamb, despite the episode of Kitchen Nightmares where he gave people shit for doing the same thing.
And shepherd's pie is made out of?
This one is actually beef.
So it's a cottage pie, not a shepherd's pie, because shepherd stands for the sheep.
Now, granted, the only places on Earth that I know of where lamb is cheaply accessible are like Australia and New Zealand, and the Americans who have not yet accepted Gordon Ramsay as their Lord and Savior might not know the difference between a shepherd's pie and a cottage pie. So I understand that decision from a marketing standpoint, but oh boy, the irony is palpable. One theory I saw proposed was that a company in the US who manages his name and image rights had approved the deal while Gordon has no idea, which I find highly unlikely, but how funny would it be if he found out through a restaurant owner on Kitchen Nightmares? Like Gordon is grilling someone for using frozen food and then the owner would be like, oh yeah, what about your frozen meals? What? The ones they sell at Walmart, Gordy.
What the So, Jason, there's been quite the misunderstanding out there.
Again, a lot has happened since the time the last episode of Kitchen Nightmares aired and season 8, which will have been out for a few days by the time this video is posted. When I watched the show way back when, I was fully immersed in the masterful editing that told the same story nearly every time, with a few exceptions of course, but it was always satisfying nonetheless. Gordon shows up to a shit show restaurant with shit show people. He tells those people that their restaurant is a shit show, and they remain in denial until the producers pull some kind of weird gimmick to make it seem as though they've had a breakthrough. They admit that they were wrong about all of the things. Gordon shows them what real food tastes like, and the restaurant reopens successfully. And then Gordon walks away with some 80-yard one-liner while the actual fate of the business is unknown. It plays on the fantasy that we all have of someone finally admitting that they're wrong and changing their ways, with the help and tough love of someone who actually knows their stuff. At the risk of making yet another reference to this series, it's basically the plot of Persona 5. The first 7 seasons of this show was overdramatic American reality TV at its peak, especially since it launched around the same time as the last writer's strike, and now we're here once again. This is the longest writers and actors strike probably ever in history, and unscripted TV will get its time in the limelight once again. If you haven't yet watched my video about why I stopped watching RuPaul's Drag Race, something I bring up is that audiences eventually catch on to reality TV's fakery once the show has been on the air for a certain amount of time, and in this day and age where pretty much anything can be manipulated with the simple touch of a button or screen, it's harder and harder to be able to immerse yourself in something when you know all of its secrets. That's why the magician community wanted that one guy's head on a pike when he revealed the secrets for all the classic tricks. I also made a video about that piece of shit. Check it out if you want. And everyone knows the secrets of Kitchen Nightmares at this point. We've all watched the compilations over the past 10 years to be able to analyze them and pick them apart. The production crew has done AMAs on Reddit. The restaurant owners have talked about it themselves. And most importantly, we have memed Gordon Ramsay into oblivion. Given the current circumstances, it's very likely that this Kitchen Nightmares will be different from the one that we all know and love. Whether that's in a good way or a bad way, that remains to be seen. I just hope Gordon's okay. Pretty sure he is. The chaotic evil Gordon Ramsay that lives in my partner's head couldn't possibly be real, could he? Anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably wondering if I've been taking my Vyvanse, considering how all over the place this was. The answer is yes, I am. It is my life source. It's also very expensive. I'm fine. I don't know if Gordon is. You know what's better than fine though? The winning comment from the last video. Modern Robot says, after Savvy writes book's 4-hour thesis on the subject, I couldn't be more infuriated by the whole situation. The fact that they made him practically simple Jack was the biggest insult. Choosing this just for that top tier Tropic Thunder reference. And thank you for recommending that channel to me, considering that 90% of my YouTube recommended is just anti-MLM content. You too can be featured in the next video. Leave a comment below and I will pick my favorite one and give you a shout out next time and pin you to the top of the comments section. If you would like to see more of my clown mug elsewhere, please consider following me on Instagram or TikTok. My handle for both is @QueenCokeFrancis. If you would like to see me bully racists, homophobes, and transphobes in 240 characters or less, follow me on Twitter @RealCokeFrancis. If you haven't done this already, I ask that you please slap together the worst grilled cheese you've ever made. And I mean the worst grilled cheese you've ever seen. When everyone around you is like, what the hell man, I thought you knew how to do this, shut them up quickly by unzipping your pants and dick slapping those like and subscribe buttons as hard as you can. I'm trying to hit at least 1,000 subs by the end of 2023, mostly because I'm still trying to beat Joey Zazig's subscriber count. Let's make it happen, good bitches. And, of course, as always, until next time, howdy.